Hello to you all and welcome to Car Question. This week we're going to drive the Mazda 6. Right now there's a problem with the Mazda 6. Well, when I look at it, there's no problem with the design, that's for sure. It's suffering from low sale when you compare it to other vehicles in the same segment. What's happening with you guys? The Mazda 6 is a good-looking vehicle. It's fun to drive. You've got good fuel economy. And for 2016, you've got a redesigned front end. You've got a redesigned also interior. The car is luxurious. It's fun to drive. What's happening? That's what we're going to find out this week at Car Question. Let's talk about the exterior of the Mazda 6. Right now, the model that we are going to drive this week is the Mazda 6 GT. It's the fully equipped version, and look at that styling. I just love the look of the new Mazda 6. Look at the front. And I'm going to show you something particular. You know, sometimes manufacturers are trying to put more and more LED, you know, more different lighting, and look what Mazda has done. Light, please. A unique grille, completely lighted, and it's giving a unique styling to the Mazda 6. I just love that. If you get closer, you're gonna see that LED bar going all the way down there to the other side. So let's turn on the light again. Ouch. There you go. So you've got LED lightings, which are directional and are gonna correct the level to give you the better lighting as usual. Nice signature. Fog light are LED once again on this car. You've got a nice line of chrome going all the way there and from one side to the other, and you can see the continuation, which is dark right now in that light. Nice front end, big logo, big Mazda logo, and I think it looked great. The plastic that they did right there with the color that we have. This is a good, mix of color to give you the better of your car. Look at the line also. On the hood, remember that it's a Kudo design. You know, when you look at it, you can see the fluidity in the line, and you can also see that the front end is aggressive, just like an animal looking at you. And right now for the Mazda 6, the flagship of Mazda, it's looking great. Nice wipers. You're gonna see once again that the washer nozzle are down there. Be careful for ice buildup, but these wipers won't get all icy during the bad condition. So you've got a UV windows, and you can see, since we have the GT model with so much security equipment, all those sonar, radar, camera, you've got also a sunroof, a little shark fin antenna for the Sirius radio. If you would have chosen a lower version, you would have only, you wouldn't have that antenna. The antenna would be located right here in the back glass. So on the side, nice touches of chrome surrounding the windows. Wow, the blinker is so small. And as you can see, the mirrors are not located here on the side. They're a little bit further toward the passenger, and that's the same thing for the driver position. If you want to unlock the car, no problem, just press there. And when you look at the nice line that you've got on the side, look at that. You can see the car, the line of the car right there on the side, which is coming out of it. And you can see a nice line starting all the way from here. And look at that, another one starting right under the mirror to give you a little bit of a wider stance. When you look at the car, you're gonna notice one thing. Since we have the GT version, it's the wheels. So big. 19 inches wheels. Right now we are in winter mode. As you can see, we are running Bridgestone tire LM32, and it's 225, 45, 19. So be careful if you choose winter tire for those wheels. It's gonna cost a little money, that's for sure. You've got also a nice Mazda tension right there where you can feel the air of your tire. a little bit of plastic under here. Let's move to the rear of the car, and once again, no wonder this car win some design prize, because when you look at the car, it's so nicely designed. So you've got nice light, and once again, let me show you something. We're gonna show you a little close-up of those lights, and there you go. I just love the style that it's giving to the car right now. Nice attention to detail, and these are probably the best looking lights that you can have right now on the market. Let's turn on the lights. Ouch, my eyes. Nice touches of chrome, big Mazda logo. You've got the Mazda 6, and I love also the protection for your bumper as soon as you're going to put some things in the trunk. Skyactiv technology logo. You've got your rear view camera, and if you want to open your trunk, there you go, you just press there and it's going to open. I also like the twin exhaust pipes, giving a little bit of a sporty feeling to the car when you look at it. Well, it's not that fast, but you can have fun driving the Mazda 6. And nicely designed. I think it's one of my favorite right now in all those cars that you can choose. Even if there's a lot of competition, the Mazda 6 stands out when you're looking at this style. All right, let's talk about the interior of the Mazda 6. And as soon as you open the door, you are gonna see the change that they made to the floor, to the center console, and they did even a good job on, the assembly parts, making that fit together to give a higher sense of luxury. Talking about luxury, usually I'm not a fan of white and black, but the more and more I look at the interior of Mazda, the more and more I tend to like those contrasts. But it's hard to maintain clean. That's incredible. If you have children, that's probably not the best color for you to choose. Once again, memory of this seat. You've got great seating adjustment position since we have the GT version. When you look also in the door, nice stainless steel, and you've got also, well, it's not stainless steel, it's plastic made to look like that, and you've got also a nice color giving you a good contrast with all the other material inside the car. So this bit is a little bit hard, soft material right there. Little compartment for storage. We have the Bose audio system, 11 speaker inside. And as soon as I close the door, there you go, little bit adjustment. I can just press my 1 or 2 button and it's gonna adjust the seat for me. And that is quite neat. You're gonna see that there's a high sense of luxury while you're looking at that car. They made some major improvement to the car and I just love that. Nice steering wheel, once again, nice finishes. It's plastic, but doesn't look like plastic. Same here, some aluminum style, and you've got your white leather, nice stitches, nicely done. A little bit hard though. And once again, you've got that 7-inch screen, and it's not like the CX-3 or the Mazda 3 where you can see that screen just popping out. And no, you cannot remove it. Everybody's asking me that. And no, you cannot pull that. I just love the seat. Just love the side that they're gonna hold you in place. That's good looking. Let's start the car. Giving it 2 press button. There you go. Gonna see the Mazda logo, your screen, and everything is gonna light up. If we start on the left, you've got all your buttons for your traction control, the tire pressure monitor system, the blind spot monitoring, and the lane system that's gonna give you a buzz if you're going over a lane. You've got your lights, and talking about lights, they're directional, and they're also, you can have an automatic function that if you you know, right there it's shown with the A. So if you put that into that position, they're going to change. If you're seeing car in front of you, it's going to go in that position. If you don't have any car, there you go, it's going to be full light. I love those systems in automatic mode. As soon as you're driving somewhere out of the city, they're pretty useful. So two big gadgets right there, and one which is a LCD screen. And by the way, as soon as you have a door open, it's going to show in red, and it's also going to show every warning that you're going to get if you're driving the car. And you can change the display. If you press the info button right there, you're going to see your current and your average fuel consumption, the distance before being empty, and that's the system for the proximity of the car in front of you while you're in cruise control. If you want to get closer or farther, you just press this button and you're gonna see the display change. The two lanes are simply the lane change alert, and you've got your fuel also right under there, just below the cruise control, which is going to show the speeds that you just set the car. If you want to shift trip, the trip A and trip B, it's still an old button that you've got right there. I was searching for it, and it's going to change that. It's kind of old school. And by the way, for the steering wheel, it's manual adjustment, so just raise, lower, and it doesn't have a long travel for adjustment. But once again, it's kind of okay. You've got your paddle shift that you can change your gear through the transmission, wipers on the side, cruise control settings all over here, and you've got also your voice control and the possibility to answer a call or simply adjusting up. Start stop button, which is not in the way as the other Mazda product. Usually it's around here somewhere. Right now it's right on top. You're gonna have your 7-inch screen, which is probably one of the best looking system right now on the market. As soon as it's boot up, it's gonna be fast. You press the home button, and by the way, you can use also the turn knob right here to get through the menu or the shortcut. So if you want to go to music, you just press there, and there you go, it's gonna come up to music. You press home, there you go, you press nav. There you go, it's so fast, and I love this system right now. But the only downside is sometimes when you want to go to some menu, right now I need to go to my favorites, I'm gonna see them appear, and I have to scroll to get through all of them. Same thing for the phone favorite. So you have to move down, and it takes more click than it should. So by the way, you have also access to application. You have access to your fuel economy monitor. That's going to show exactly what your fuel consumption. And if you want to go to the e-loop information system, there you go. Right now it's empty because the car hasn't moved for a long time, but it's going to show you how much full your capacitor are with the e-loop system. And I'm going to explain this system a little bit later in the video. A nice screen, fast response, no problem with that. So if we go down there, you've got your heated seat of one side or another, your airplane type information, as I love to call them, and you've got dual climate zone control, which is once again nice and easy to use. The buttons are simply responding pretty great. You've got the dual climate. If you push there you go, the only button is going to control all your temperature. If you want to move into dual zone, no problem, you just turn the knob right there. Or if you want to, you can simply let it go like that. You turn it on, and it's going to remember the last setting that you set. You've got also your auto mode that you just need to push up or down like this, and if you press plus or minus, it's going to move back to normal operation mode. So the mode right there, somebody asked me why 2 buttons, because you can go from one side or to another to simply choose the mode that you want. Only 1 button would have been fine. You've got the CD player down there. Oh, those are going to be extinct soon. And right now I've hidden my key in the little compartment. I think that would have been my USB connectors, but hey, no, it's a 12-volt gauge. And right there I've got my 6-speed automatic transmission, and they love to call them the Skyactiv drive, and I can also set it into manual mode. When I set it into manual mode, I'm gonna have a display right there that's gonna show the gear, and I can access also the gear. I can change them through a button right there. Sports mode, as soon as I put the car into sports mode, I'm gonna see a little yellow light which is gonna turn on or off, and now the car will be more responsive, more fun to drive, and that's a cool thing. I've got an e-brake. There you go, you can hear it. Just love to play with those. And you can see the new design that they made to the center console. It's quite neat. It's better than it used to be. So you've got access to 2 big cup holders. And if I open that section, I've got my 2 USB cable and another 12-volt outlets and maps, you know, for my GPS. And I got the place to store my phone. I can always let the cable hang out there if I want. Talking about the sound system.
Hot Mix Radio Dance. Hot Mix Radio Le Club.
There you go. Nice bass, nice sound, nice power with the radio. I just love that. And by the way, you control the volume through here. So don't search any button around there or in the tactile screen. You don't have that. Glove box, once again, nice size. If I move to the mirror is a kind of big, you know, with all this system, the radar, the camera that's hiding behind there for my security system. And I love the LED lighting of the car. When it's looking dark, you're gonna see that it's gonna light up the day. It's giving you a bright and nice white lighting. I just love that. Some glasses, home link, auto dimming mirror, and you're gonna see some halogen light right there and some extension that you can use as soon as you move it from its position. Nice and complete. Why not give it a little bit of gas to the engine? Oh, parking, yes, thank you. You're gonna see my display simply opening. Mazda 6, and you've got my kilometers per hour information, my cruise control, the proximity of the car in front of me, and you've got your lane change alert system. There you go, that 2.5 liter engine is ready to go. Well, it's not a strong engine, but it's kind of cool, you know, to get average power with this car, but I would have loved to have another engine in option. So let's go in the rear. Oh, right now, I didn't put the seat back, but I'm gonna do it. And there you go, you can see that the interior is in white, pure white everywhere. And right now, the center armrest must be pushed like this. And you're gonna see that's my proper position for driving. You've got a nice, large and long seat. And you're gonna see also a pouch to put something that you want. And it's not plastic, so it's soft materials. Quite easy once again, LED lighting. And if you want to lower the seat, there's no button right there, so that's kind of sad. But if you want to lower the armrest, you're gonna see buttons to turn on the heated seat that you have in the back. But if you're riding with 3 passengers here, well, sorry, you won't be able to lower that. So let's go to the trunk. If you want to open the trunk, there's a button right there. And let's go and open the trunk. You're gonna see that there's a lot of room here. It's getting dark also in the back, so you don't have any lights. If I move up that section, you're gonna see your tire, and you're gonna see also all the tools that you need. And by the way, your jack is right under there on the side. And you have some storage compartment on both sides. If you want to lower the seat, just pull there, and it's quite easy. Feels like there was nothing, you know, to disengage. And while you lower that seat, look at that. It's giving you a big, wide opening. Usually some cars are simply gonna have something right there, and it's gonna make a turn to give you only a small opening. But right now with the Mazda 6, you've got a big, nice opening. So let's go to the front of the car. I've got 2 buttons right there. Let's open the hood, and you've got also your fuel tank. The fuel tank, once again, quite simple. Let's close it, and we will open the hood. And by the way, you've got to get used to it, you know, to find the opening of the hood, and there you go. You've got the 2.5 engine. Once again, you can see it's similar to the CX-3, similar to the Mazda 3, similar to the CX-5, and right now we have the same style in the Mazda 6. Well, in the CX-3, it's not the same engine, that's for sure, but right now we've got the 2.5, easy access to your oil, easy access to your washer fluid, easy access to your battery, nothing complicated in that car. Alright, let's talk about the Mazda 6, its road handling and its engine. So right now inside we have the 4-cylinder, the 2.5. So it's a Skyactiv, the G engine of Mazda that you're gonna see in a lot of their vehicles. So you're gonna see that same engine in the Mazda 3 and the CX-5, and it's still well adapted to be in the Mazda 6 right now. So that 2.5 liter engine will be able to get you 184 horsepower at 5,700 RPM. And when you say Skyactiv engine, you say engine with maximum torque at a low RPM. So you're gonna be able to get torque at 3,250, and that's gonna be 185 pound-feet of torque. So it's not bad for a 4-cylinder. So you've got also a high compression ratio, 13 to 1, and an engine which is gonna rev up to 6,500 RPM. And when I said it's ready to rev right now, I'm in, let's say, a 4th gear, and I'm ready to give some acceleration. I step on it, and it's still gonna shift and be ready to get up to that. There you go, you can hear it. Maximum red line, hey, no problem, and it's gonna shift after that. And as soon as you also put it into sports mode, the engine's gonna be more lively. It's gonna respond better to every acceleration that you're gonna give the car. Talking about good acceleration, it's also part due to the transmission. So you've got the 6-speed manual, which is getting rare and more rare in the credo of these cars right now. So it's doing a great job of giving you, once again, a good feeling of owning a manual 6-speed. And you've got also a 6-speed automatic, the one that we have right now, but we've got paddle on the steering wheels, and that's a good option, you know, if you still want to have some fun with the car. So the 6-speed automatic transmission is going to get a sports mode. So as soon as you switch it into sports mode, you're going to see more decent acceleration, and you're going to feel it also. So switching into sports right now, I'm in 6th gear, flooring it, there you go. Boom, 5,200 RPM, getting to the red line and going out strong. So this little engine mated to that transmission is always ready to go. It's always ready to give you some good rev, and it wants it to. Once again, there you go, quick shifting. And that's going to be the same thing also if you're shifting into manual mode. You're going to be able to get the performance style that you like or need. And by the way, it's not going to change for yourself. So have you seen it? I have to shift it, or it's going to hold the gear at the maximum engine revolution per minute. And by the way, it's noisy inside without that rain, ice, and whatever's falling on us. So just put in some regular gas, no need for premium gas with the car, and you're going to be able to get all that horsepower. The only sad thing is that we don't get another engine option. I would have loved to have a V6 or, I don't know, a turbo, you know, with a fully equipped version to get a little bit more horsepower once again, you know, crossing that 240 horsepower bar would have been cool, as they're doing in some other car of the competition. So the only engine, but still it's not deceiving. It's giving you good acceleration, it's giving you great fun. And let's talk about the road handling of that car. So one thing which is good, the acceleration, there you go, only 200 revolution per minute, and there you go, it was gone. As soon as you give it some steering input, you can feel that the car doesn't have a lot of rolling, doesn't have a lot of nose diving, doesn't have a lot also of raising its nose in the air when you're going into acceleration. So it's communicative. It's a rigid chassis, and that's what I like right now with the Mazda 6. The fun of driving is back in that Trino, because when you look at the competition, as soon as you step in on the brake, you're seeing that asphalt closer than you think, and when you do some maneuvers, you're gonna feel those cars roll, and that's kind of getting boring over time. So great communication, great chassis, and as soon as you give it an input of going somewhere, your car is going to go there, and you will be impressed with the grip that you will be able to have in a corner with that car. Even if it's a corner where it change suddenly in the middle, the car is going to be able to handle it, and you will have fun. About the braking is not impressive. It's going to be okay once again for this kind of car, but it could have been a little bit better, probably due to the size of the brake on the car right now. So if you're moving too much into the performance lane with that braking, you're going to see that you might as well want to slow down, as you're going to see some fading appear and vibration coming out of those. It's a good mix between performance and sport. But if you have the 19 inches wheel, you're gonna feel more and more those potholes, and you're gonna hear them also. And talking about hearing, they made some improvement to the sound insonorization inside the car. It doesn't show up right now because of all the bad weather that I have, and probably the winter tire noise. But they said that on the highway it's a 25% improvement, and on a road with some potholes, well, you're gonna have a 10% improvement. Doesn't feel like that at all, because have you seen where the wheel stands right there in the front corner? You've got a lot of plastic protection all under the body to protect from rust and from rocks impact, the rusting that we saw in the past of those Mazda. But the only problem is when water is hitting that plastic part, it's going to make you a lot of noise inside, and doesn't give a good noise comfort inside the car when it's raining. But we've got a good radio if you want to. Hey, simply turn on the volume. Both systems going to be there to help you get over that sound. And when you're going to be in normal mode, you will see that it's way better. But when it's raining, a little bit bad. So great comfort in the front of the car. If you go into the back, the space is adequate. It's not that spacious. You're gonna have also a place for the head. There you go, right here. As you can see, there's a kind of gap to give you more head clearance. And when I'm in my normal sitting position, the people in the back will be okay, but don't have a lot of places between their knee and my seat. I've got good memory for my seat also, which if there's any other driver lumbar support that I can adjust. Climatization is good. GPS, I love the GPS system. Well, sometimes you have to do a few more buttons than you're supposed to get into some menu. But as soon as you put it into maps mode and you're doing some highway cruising, and you're gonna see what's coming next in the next exit, and that's a good thing. Traction control, just slip right in. There you go. Catching up the other vehicle in front of me like snapping fingers. So the GPS is going to show you what's on the next exit, and that's a nice feature. It's also going to show you if there's food and if there's gas, and the time it will take you to get you there. You've got a lot of security feature. There you go, you can hear one. As soon as I put my blinker and there's a car on the other side, it's gonna show me in the blind spot monitor. You've got also the cross traffic rear alert. So as soon as you move into rear, if there's a vehicle coming from one way or the others, you're gonna see a display right there in the mirrors. So the mirrors are gonna light up. Right now there's a lot of water. I'm quite impressed with how much water there is on the road. Another safety feature is the collision warning alert. That's one feature that I like the most. As soon as you're gonna drive, suddenly traffic in front of you is gonna stop. You're gonna have an alert telling you to get your eyes on the road, and it's time probably to apply some braking. Talking about visibility, automatic rain wiper sensor. You're gonna have also automatic headlights which are gonna go in the direction where you are turning, and if you're going uphill, it's going to concentrate the lights right there where you need it, so it's going to be in front of you. So with all those goodies, that engine, that transmission, the comfort, let's talk about fuel economy. Fuel economy is not bad with the car. Well, it's even impressive. So let's talk about if you go around town, if you go for the manual 6-speed, you're going to be able to do 9.4 liter per 100. If you go with the 6-speed automatic, you're going to be able to do 8.8. And they've got a feature which is called the E-loop. So the E-loop feature is a capacitor which is going to help you store some energy built up by the alternator, that if you're doing some acceleration, they're going to be able to disengage it and use that energy in the capacitor. So what does that mean is when you accelerate, there's a lot less resistance created by the alternator, so it's going to give you even better of fuel consumption to 8.5. Not bad for city driving. So let's talk about highway for the 6 manual, 6.4, 6.1 for the automatic, and right now the system that we have with the E-loop, 5.9. So it's impressive. And we've been able to do even better on city driving, a mix of a little bit of city, a little bit of highway, and we were at 7.3, 7.4. And when we were driving on the highway, we did 6.2, 6.3. But that's because of the cold, the winter tires, the ice, and once again the band temperature. So we're not far to 5.9 announced by Mazda. Great car, great comfort, great fuel consumption, and fun to drive, always ready car. There you go. It's even quick to shift, but braking needs a little bit to improve. All right, let's talk about price of the Mazda 6. According to the website, $24,695 if you go for the base version, the manual one. If you go with automatic, you're gonna have to pay more, $25,995. But if you go with the GS, dual climate zone, rear climatization, rear view camera, blind spot monitoring, rear cross alert, lights in the mirrors, you're gonna have to pay $27,995 and $995 with a manual. Automatic, same price. So right now they're not making you pay the difference from whichever transmission you choose. If you add the luxury package, which is going to come up with leather, 8-seating adjustment, lumbar support, voice navigation, sunroof, well, you're gonna have to spend $30,995 with this one. So if you want to go with the GS with luxury package, why not go for the GT? 19 inches wheel, you're gonna have a great Bose speaker, 11 speaker, you're gonna have the LED lights, heads-up display, and for the price of $3,895, that's not bad. For the manual, once again, same price for the automatic. And if you want to add the technology package, just like the one we have right now in our car, so fully equipped with the Series package, the technology, the cruise control with the radar, with the speed, the detection of the vehicle in front of you. If you want to go with the high beam control, the lane departure warning, and the E-loop system that I quite like to save some fuel, it's going to be for $3,500 and $695. So we're once again under the $40K barrier, so it's making you a good car for a good price, which is quite well equipped with a lot of feature when you check what you can get with the Mazda 6.
talk about the minus points and the plus points of the Mazda 6. Let's start with the minus points. First of all, the suspension is a little bit hard when you're riding the GT version with the 19 inches wheels. As soon as you're gonna see some potholes on the road, try to get over them, try to get around them, try to do whatever you can to not get into them, because you're gonna feel that. Also, there's no option for a stronger engine. Let's say a V6. Why not a 4-cylinder turbo? Sorry, this is the only choice of engine that you have available. And when you're soliciting it, when you're giving it some acceleration, you're gonna hear that engine buzzing, and it doesn't have a unique sound, just like a flagship should have, because right now the Mazda 6 is a flagship of Mazda. Let's talk about the plus point. There's a lot of them. Unlimited mileage warranty. This is telling me that the car is going to be reliable, that's for sure. Mazda believe in this car right now. It's good looking. You've got full of option. You've got fun to drive this car. You're going to enjoy it. I enjoy it. Even if it's not the strongest engine right now on the market, I had fun driving it. And you've got good fuel consumption. And there's a good price range if you want to buy this car. So there you go. Why is so many people are just overlooking this car? When I ask you on the internet what you think about this car on Facebook, you tell me, you know, the rust issue of Mazda, you know, the reliability of Mazda. Well, I'm telling you guys, they evolved with good model. They did a good evolution, and that unlimited mileage warranty is one thing to consider. So right now, I want your comments. Do you like the car or not? Feel free to write them down there. For myself, it's an A+. I love this car. I love the fun of driving it, and it's bringing me back, you know, the taste to drive those kind of car, those kind of sedan. So there you go, guys. I want to hear from you. Feel free to comment our video and subscribe, because we like that, and it's giving us, you know, some plus side to continue to give you more video. There you go. See you later at another video of Car Question.